Since I have been part of this meditation, group meditations or so, uh, that time onwards, my anger issues, I feel like I don't even remember when last time I got angry on someone or anything. We use the word perfectionist or something like that. And some things has to go the way I thought it is to be. Then Chandra sir has said that sometimes the beauty of things are not just the way we want, but beyond that, or something like that. That kind of feeling I'm experiencing every day. In fact, you can say every hour of my life.
I have been doing this 21 days like regularly, and I have seen some benefits like much more calmness in my demeanor, and I have much more confidence than I had before because before I joined meditation, I lacked a bit self confidence and was always doubting myself that I would be able to do certain things in life. So I think this really has helped me gain that confidence and reduce self doubt.
So the awareness that what I am thinking has increased a lot. I have my concentrations improved over my studies. Like usually at first, I am you know, an introvert student. I used to scroll around 90%. But now, since my awareness towards thoughts has increased, I know what I'm thinking. I know what I'm feeling. I know what I'm doing.
Since I have been part of this meditation, group meditations or so, uh, that time onwards, my anger issues, I feel like I don't even remember when last time I got angry on someone or anything. We use the word perfectionist or something like that. And some things has to go the way I thought it is to be. Then Chandra sir has said that sometimes the beauty of things are not just the way we want, but beyond that, or something like that. That kind of feeling I'm experiencing every day. In fact, you can say every hour of my life.
I've been doing this 21 days like regularly, and I have seen some benefits like much more calmness in my demeanor, and I have much more confidence than I had before because before I joined meditation, I lacked a bit self confidence and was always doubting myself that I would be able to do certain things in life. So I think this really has helped me gain that confidence and reduce self doubt.
So the awareness that what I am thinking has increased a lot. I have my concentrations improved over my studies. Like usually at first, I am a 90% student. I used to score around 90%, but still I didn't have that impacted concentrations, or I didn't have that interest in studies. But now, since my awareness towards thoughts has increased, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm thinking.
Welcome, friends and masters, to day 24 of our Vibe session. That was a wonderful set of sharings from our previous participants in various other programs as well. And very inspiring to see so many participants reap the benefits of meditation in so many different ways. Today, we will be discussing the third agreement of the four agreements, that is, do not make any assumptions. Over to you, Kavya ma'am.
Thank you so much. Welcome, friends and masters. I hope you enjoyed the last two agreements as well, the one that those were discussed in the previous 2 days. The main thing with these agreements is that I hope you all start implementing them in your day-to-day lives as we move ahead, because that's when we see the change. We have been talking a lot about awareness throughout these sessions. So awareness also comes from now, applying these in your life, that, okay, am I taking this personally whereas it was not required? Am I being, more, can I be now more mindful of my words, because now I know that the impact they're creating in my life and the lives of others. So slowly, when we start becoming aware, when I read this book for the first time, I started thinking of instances where, where maybe things were not said to me directly, but I was the one who was taking them personally, or, where my words could have been different, or as we will see in today's third agreement, that is, don't make assumptions. That where I was making assumptions, when the other person did not really mean what they said. So let's jump onto the third agreement, that is, don't make assumptions. So here the author is saying that we have a tendency to make assumptions about everything. And the problem with assumptions is that even if they are not the truth, we believe them to be the truth. So, for example, I experienced this at one of my workplace where, I felt that I was not doing a good enough job, or maybe like, for no reason at all, I felt as if, the people around me don't like me. And I just kept on making those assumptions in my head without even knowing whether, they are true or not. And I just believed them to be the truth, and changed my behavior according to that assumption I had about the people around me, and it just caused me hardship till date without knowing whether that was true or not. But I believed it to be true, and I would start looking for examples where I believed them to be true. So the author is saying that when we make assumptions about what others are doing or thinking, we take it personally. Then we blame them and by react to those assumptions as per from our behavior. So we make assumptions, we misunderstand, we take things personally, and we end up creating a whole big drama in our minds for nothing. So just take a moment to consider this statement, that has it happened where, has it ever happened with you where nothing actually happened, but you just assumed it to be, you just assumed it to be true? So they're saying that this big, or this thing of making an assumption, we it's a habit of dreaming. So we literally dream up situations in our life without them actually happening around us. So one example, like the author gives many examples, one of the example is that you're walking in a mall and you see a person you like. That person turns to you and smiles at you and then walks away. Now just this simple thing, and just because you like that person, there's a chance that you will create an entire story in your head about how that person likes you, how this could be a very nice meet cute where you meet them, and it's all a fantasy where you might even end up imagining that, okay, now we'll meet up, we'll talk, we'll go on a date, we might even get married. So just one small incident, and we have created this fantasy in our mind. So he's saying that this making assumptions in our relationships is really asking for problems. Even the author is talking about making assumptions with our partners, that we always think, or with the people around us, we always think that they should know what we want. They should know that I love this kind of flower, so they should maybe get me this kind of bouquet. But is it really possible that someone knows everything about us in such depth, or are these just expectations that we have from people where we say that you should just know this? But how will the other person really know this? And that's where the author jumps upon the importance of clear communication between people. That instead of making assumptions about what the other person wants, what the other person might need, or what I think that the other person should already know about me, can we start communicating more clearly amongst each other, so that instead of making assumptions, we are actually clear about what is going on? And this is something that we see right from childhood itself, that when even the teacher asks that if anybody has any questions, students students have started hesitating a lot because they feel that, okay, what if we ask something and then the other people might laugh at us. They might think that, oh, we are so stupid. Or if someone has to give an answer, they hesitate. Think, what if the answer is again? People laugh at. In this all worrying, pretending to, be cool, or, just to avoid this confrontation of a simple communication about, just clarify what actually is out there, we end up making assumptions which actually hurt us more in the long run. Another example that the author gives is that, just before you're getting married, one everybody has, like we understood in the agreement, that don't take things personally, that everyone has grown up with their own set of beliefs which forms their personality about who they are. So if suppose if someone is getting married, so it's important to understand, what is the concept of marriage that they have in their mind versus what is the concept of marriage you have in your mind, so that, at least you know whether you are on the same page or not. Or just because we like someone, we start justifying them that no, 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 it's, these conversations are not important, let's just let it be. And it's okay, we'll figure out things when it happens. And when they start happening, then we get disturbed that, oh, this is not what we had thought it to be, or this is not how we had imagined things. Another way of making assumptions in relationships that I have also seen in personal life is when we assume what the other person is going to say because we have known them for a long time. So I used to see this with my mom sometimes when she was about to scold me. I already used to make assumptions that, okay, she will scold me about this thing now. Whereas when she ended up, and I, because of that assumption, I already had this entire attitude of, oh, I don't want to listen to you, and like, I know you're going to scold me and everything. But then when she ended up speaking, it was completely different from what I had thought it to be. But within those 5 minutes of, before she was about to speak, I had already made those assumptions, that entire story in my head, for nothing. And I had already gotten agitated about how I'm going to respond, that, how can she always says this. So, and then I realized when I read this book, I was like, oh my God, were making an assumption before something even happened. When we make assumptions, we never really give another person a chance to behave differently, or we don't let opportunities or things, sequences in our life happen differently, because we already assume, yeah, this I can't do, this, though, it's not possible that it's going to happen, this is too far fetched for me. All of these are forms of assumptions that we make, be it in our career, be it in our studies. 98% no, I'm a 90% student. Max I can do is 94. No, not 98. So all of these are nothing assumptions about yourself, your own capabilities, then assumptions about other people, their capabilities. So it's all something, it's just interesting how the human mind works again and again. So another thing that the author talks about in this chapter is that how we feel the need to justify everything. And that is why we make assumptions in the first place. That if some thought is going on in our mind about how we think, suppose if I feel that no, no, I'm a 90 percentile student, I cannot get more, then our mind will come up with more reasons to justify this statement, that why, because we need to understand it, and to understand, our mind needs to justify and explain everything so that we feel safe. So we will explain to ourselves that why it's okay being a 90 percentile person, why it's okay to have social anxiety, not meet with people, why it's okay the way things are, because we feel safe in those assumptions. So they're saying that we have a million questions that need answers because there are so many things that the reasoning mind cannot explain. And it is not important if the answer is correct, just the answer itself makes us feel safe. Now, before you got introduced to all of this knowledge, there were so many questions you might have had which you don't really have answers to. But to make ourselves feel safe, we find answers in our own head. We make those assumptions in our own head to make ourselves feel better and safe. We feel that it's safer to not ask questions And it's better to live in those assumptions around us. So, another assumption that we make is that everyone sees life the way we do. This is very important. That's why people always say that the world as it's happening is just a mirror of who you are, because you are perceiving everything around you as per your set of beliefs, as per your way of thinking, and it is not necessary that that's how people think as well. So if you are conscious about something, then when you are talking to someone, you will automatically think or assume that that person will be thinking the same way about you, because that's how you think. But it's not really important that the other person might, think that way as well. But again, we make that assumption. Again, we become conscious about the way we are feeling, and it's a loop. So we assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, and judge the way we judge, and abuse ourselves the way we do, because we most of all have are our biggest critics. Sometimes we don't need other people and we criticize ourselves so much. So just to share a personal example, I remember I used to have body image issues at one point. So then, like, because I used to think that this is the definition of beauty, then I used to think that everybody else thinks that way as well. So that was an assumption that was controlling my mind and my life. And then eventually, when you start talking to people, or when you start maybe listening to others points of view, you realize that not everybody sees you or sees the world with that lens. So whenever then I used to earlier have conversations, I used to feel that okay, everyone is looking at me with those eyes, and that but that's only because how I used to see myself. So this is also one example of the assumptions that we make around us, and how it forces our mind to think. So another example, an amazing example that the author gives, this that how for the name of love we try to change people around us. When we meet someone, we say that okay, even if we don't like some qualities about them, we feel that it's okay, our love will change that person. Rather rather uh, this is what they show in movies also, that the bad boy suddenly turns good for the actress that he falls in love with. But is it really true? Can you really change people, uh you know to a huge, like, can you really change people? I like, exactly, so they're saying no. So if you want to be with someone, then you really, at least if you have the choice in the beginning, then it's better to be with someone who you don't want to change at all. And this is something I myself also realized in the last few years, that if you're constantly looking to change the other person, then you don't really like them for who they are, because you're always hoping them to be the version that you want them to be. So this is like very, like, I feel like an important thing that the author here is saying, where he's saying that real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. If we try to change them, then this means that we don't really like them. So this, he is of course talking in terms of relationships where it is at least possible to look or make decisions before getting into them. Sometimes people might ask that okay, what to do with situations where we are already stuck with those people. And like, that is something that, like, a little bit out of topic, but we will, like, discuss that if that comes up as well. So yes, he's saying that just as we should not want to change the other person, similarly, we should be very confident about who we are as well, and not want to change ourselves as well. I know it sounds tough, but it's like, if you like me for who I am, great. Otherwise, tata bye bye. Someone else will come along who will like me for who you are. And that sort of confidence is only there when you are also 100% confident about who you are. And that is also a journey in itself. I know that these days a lot of people find it very hard to be confident in who they are. But I've seen that with meditation and all, like this is just something that starts coming to you naturally, that just yeah, like okay, I'll be my own person, what's the big deal? Like people who like it, great, they're welcome in my life. Otherwise, I have so many other things to do. Why do I need to please so many people in my life all the time? This is just who I am. And this this statement in itself can be a game changer for so many people, because we spend so much of our time trying to get validation from others, and trying to fit in with other people. But just being yourself and accepting yourself the way you are, and then letting those kind of people come in your life, can be the biggest change. And also, Chandra sir also lots of time shares that once you get into meditation, sometimes it happens that some of your friendships end, some people leave your life, and like very close friends also, and like you don't really know why, but it's like an automatic cleansing that starts happening, that people who are not good for you, who are no longer contributing to your life the way that it's required, they automatically start eliminating. And that's somehow the magic that we see around us. So last but not the least, he's saying that the only way to start getting out of making assumptions is to start asking questions. If there's a doubt, if you're not sure about something, don't hesitate and just ask. It might help you and your head be cleared of a lot of unnecessary thinking. So, it's like he's saying everybody has the right to tell you yes or no. It does not, you have to ask the question without any expectation that it might go your way. But just as it's someone else's right to say yes or no, it is also your right to ask. And similarly, just as if someone else asks you something, it's your right to say yes or no, but it's also their right to ask. So, it's, if you don't understand something, it is better for you to ask and be clear instead of making assumptions. And the day we stop making assumptions and communicate cleanly and freely without adding an emotional element in it, we see that our relationships will change with the people around us. So this is one thing that we started implementing in our house as well, that if something has upset someone, then instead of like going completely quiet and the other person figuring out for ages about what went wrong or what mistake they made, like we'll say that okay, like we listen to each other with an open mind, but let's just sit together and voice out that okay, what hurt the other person and what needs to be taken care of. And instead of making assumptions in our head that oh, the other person does not care about me, look at how rudely they're talking, or whatever is going on in our heads, it's better to take those 5-10 minutes, listen to each other, and then see what change can be implemented to make things better. So at the end, the author is again saying the last step, that again, all of this is not easy. The author is also accepting that yes, it sounds easy, but the only solution is to keep taking actions again and again. And when you are aware, when you nurture the seed, when you establish a solid foundation for this new habit, then you will realize that how it becomes second nature to you. So this was the third agreement. Let's go in for meditation now, and then we will take up questions and discussions about what we discussed.
Dear friends, dear masters, specs removed, eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area and resting your attention on your beautiful heart. With a slow, long, relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. Feel it, dear friends. No tears. The beat, the rhythm of your heart. Your inner knowingness. Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life with its higher vibrations of love, compassion, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply go into an experience of higher emotion? Imagine that you are experiencing great, beautiful nature. You're trekking into mountains. You are helping people in need. Live in that moment and feel that energy. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto everyone and everything on this planet to help them heal. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Relive that moment and feel that energy and spread that energy to everyone, to everything, or to those who are in need. The more you experience love, compassion, deep joy, the more coherent you become, the more connected you become. let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. With your attention at the root of your nose, when you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience the deeper calmness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, blackness. Where there's no body, where there's no thing. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of infinite possibilities. The field of wholeness, the field of oneness. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this energy, the more you become of it, the more you receive from it. aware of the emptiness, that calmness, this field of energy, the field of creation, the more you are with it, with this emptiness, the more you tune in. The miraculous possibilities. The more expansive you become. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into that emptiness. This is your divine self, your greater mind. The more you are with it, the more whole you become, the more empowered you become. and you express gratitude to all things and everyone. Express gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn and experience many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the fish, the bird, the animal, the planet, stars, sun, moon, Mother Earth, for all the energy, beauty, mystery, and more in our life. For gratitude to everything you use, the system, the company, the governments, the technology that supports our life in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a good meditation. If anyone has any questions or would like to share something, then you can please unmute yourself. Yes, Malari, do you want to say something?
Malari, Ji, you can unmute yourself, or you would have gotten a pop-up where you can where you've asked to unmute. Okay, no questions.
Okay. Vignesh, any announcement?
Yes. So, friends and masters, we just wanted to remind you that we have our book club session tomorrow. So, please do attend the book club. The details for the book club session will be shared with you in the WhatsApp. Please do attend.
Okay, so Mallory, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong or right. So, that's what we have been discussing a lot, that how our mind is always in the past or in the future. It's worried about how things will work out to be. And that's what we discussed in the mindfulness session as well, that the only thing we have is the present moment. And when we say that our thoughts create our reality, so, or if we want to manifest anything, then we can only do that from the present moment. So anytime your mind is again going how it will be in the future, bring it back to the present moment. Start putting more and more attention and concentration in the present moment. And like whatever the future it will be, you will handle it when it comes. Still now also, however many years you have lived, something or the other came up, but it was dealt with. That's what I tell myself when I worry about anything, that we are here, we are gaining so much wisdom, we are learning how to, live life in a better way, and then whatever comes, you will deal with it then. If you read the book, The Surrender Experiment, I really recommend you to read it. So the author just decides to surrender to, he does his best, he works hard, but you know he just lets go and deals with things as they come on, as they come. So, how much meditation you are doing for the last month, for the last 10 months, then are you doing the reading that's required as well? And then implementation is also one thing. It's not important that we come here, listen for 20 minutes, and then go back and forget everything that was discussed. That's what we have been talking again, that how can we start implementing these little things in our life? And that's what leads to the change. Just reading or just listening is also not enough. So, uh, all of these habits are really tough to break. That's why all of us are here. This group of 20, 30 people who ever joined, they're the people who are putting in the work to bring that change. But that change, from that constant effort, is really required. If you would like, I would, people who are still struggling, I really recommend them to come to for the AMR, the Advanced Meditation Retreat as well, for 5 days. Come stay in the beautiful nature, talk to people, listen to other people's experiences, ask questions from masters who have gone through similar experiences as well. And that will help you further your journey as well. Till then, I would say that keep implementing. First date will be tough, second date will be tough, but then once we keep reminding ourselves again and again, these things do become easier to implement. And I'm saying that from experience. So, okay. Thank you and all the best. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, Kavya ma'am, for a wonderful, wonderful session. Much needed on the 4 agreements, and beautifully how you connected the first 2 agreements with the third one as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift